international guest speaker for tonight. Her name is the lovely Miss An Nguyen. I think I pronounced that right, the last name. And she's the sales director for IQI. Yes. That's great, thank you. Thank you, An. She's the sales director of IQI Vietnam with the head office based in Ho Chi Minh City. And An has a really impressive resume, having worked both at local and international real estate companies, and in just over 4 short years, incredibly, in the industry that she's in real estate, An has actually excelled, and now she's become the team leader, the sales director in IQI Vietnam. And that's make her one of IQI's youngest and brightest team leader in establishing and directing world-class and luxury projects in Ho Chi Minh City market. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss An Nguyen. Over to you, Chin Chao An.
Thank you, Stephen. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining the Zoom meeting today to know more about Vietnamese market. I know it's Friday night and you're supposed to relax and spend your time with your family and maybe have a little entertainment, but you're all here tonight and I really, truly appreciate it. And I hope that my sharing will help you to have more insight and more information for your investment, also for your client, your potential clients. So I think the hardest topic right now is about the COVID-19, right? And also Vietnam got a lot of attention after dealing with the darkest time. The COVID-19 like really been really serious in Vietnam, and now we're already back to normal, new normal. So no more quarantine, no more new cases in the past 1 month. And our government plan to giving visa for foreigner and open the country again starting from 1st of July. So that's good news for international investors. And also some quick overview of the Vietnamese economy and the countries. So in the past 10 years, the GDP of Vietnam has grown rapidly and very, very impressive. Also, Vietnam is hitting, last year it hit 7.5% for the GDP in 2019, which is the highest in our history. And also one of the fastest growing economy in Southeast Asia at the moment. So we are located in Southeast Asia, so we have a tropical climate. There are a funny story about Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City climate is only have 2 seasons. Unlike other places, they have 4 seasons, right? So in our city, only 2 seasons, the hot season and the hotter season. It's hot all year round. And also we located next to a very long coast, the East Sea. And about the people, there are total about 93 million people in the whole Vietnam, and 70% is below 35 years old. So we have the golden age, you know, the young people, the millennials, the main workforce for the whole country at the moment. And about the city, so the main city is Ho Chi Minh City, where we base now. Is located in the south of Vietnam. So the capital is Hanoi, where they have all the main government offices. And the currency that we're using is the Vietnamese dong, Vietnamese DONG. So when you check the exchange rates in of Vietnam now, so 1 Australian dollar equal to about 16,000 Vietnamese dong. 16,000. It's quite a lot of number, right? So let's say if you have 100 Australian dollars, you can be millionaire in Vietnam. It's like 1.6 million in Vietnam. And in the past 30 years, since we we win the Vietnam War and the country reopened to the world and growing, and there's a lot of changes in the country and the city, and it's been growing really, really fast, especially after the COVID-19. We have so much interest in Vietnam for investment in different industries. Since 2019, during the trade war, a lot of business owner, manufacturer are planned to relocate to Southeast Asia, like Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. So there is a quite bright future for the Vietnam market. And at the moment, the majority of Vietnam still below the middle class. Only 13% is middle class people, but it's expected to double in 6 years, according to the statistic of World Bank. And we have I was raised and born in Ho Chi Minh City, so I have witnessed a lot of changes in my city. And before we start the property investment guideline, I would like to show you a short video of how Vietnam is now in May 2020. Okay, so now we will go further to the investment guideline for foreigner. So I have it's quite a lot of content, so I will share with you now. So since 2000 to 2019, there's a huge growth in the tourism, the foreign tourists coming to visit Vietnam from only 2 million, and after 9 years it went up to 80 million tourists to visit Vietnam every year. So it's also attract a lot of foreign investors would like to invest in Vietnam. And the government, they have changed the housing law since July 2015. So you can see in the screen, we have the new residential housing law. So up to now, the foreigner is allowed to invest in residential property in Vietnam. So since the change in July 2015, the foreigner, if they can enter Vietnam legally, like when they enter Vietnam and they have the entry stamp on the visa or the passport, they can actually buy properties here. That's very simple and quite flexible to and more open to foreigner than before. Before foreigner, they can only lease at least one property during their working time in here. And also the foreigner, when they want to invest in housing property here, they can only buy in like a project, like apartment condominium projects or house projects. And they also limit foreign quota if the foreigner would like to invest and buy condominium, like apartment building. So there is 30% foreign quota for foreigner, 30% of total units in one apartment building. And for the house project, it will be 10% or 250 units in one administrative ward. So it's still very limited for foreigner to buy and to own the land and house property here. And the duration for foreigner when they want to buy and own property in Vietnam is 50 years, starting from the day that they sign the sales and purchase agreement. And it can be extended another 50 years. It will based on the authority approval by then. So the main purpose or the using right for the property is to occupy or to resell, transfer, or to lease, or to get a mortgage or to donate. So it's more flexible than before. Before you can only use it, you cannot transfer or sell or do whatever with it. And for the taxes, so when you buy property here as foreigner, we highly recommend you should buy from developer. If it's a primary market, you can only buy from developer, and you will have to pay 10% value added tax based on the selling price, quite similar like local buyer here. And there's also the administration fee. This fee is to grant it an ownership certificate of the property, like by the time that they hand over, and after that, the government will issue you the ownership certificate. So you pay a small fee, and you will get the ownership certificate. And we have the registration tax, and we have the maintenance fee. So the maintenance fee here is 2% on the selling price. So this fee is to refer as a sinking fund, is to maintain the public area of the project, to preserve the quality of the project during time. So that is for the primary property, for the primary market when you buy from the developer. And when you sell as foreigner, actually you have more advantage than we Vietnamese. So foreigner, they can sell to Vietnamese. If the new buyer is Vietnamese, they can own the property freehold. But if they sell to another foreigner, the new buyer, the foreigner will have the remaining ownership timing. So what is the advantage? The Vietnamese, we cannot sell to foreigner. We can only sell to Vietnamese. So when you look at the map here, when you look at the math here, is the supply for foreigner is very limited, only 30% of one building. And the demand is quite higher because when you sell, you can either sell to another foreigner or another Vietnamese. But we Vietnamese, the supply is much more, 70%. And when we sell, we can only sell to another Vietnamese. So that's a very good advantage. So when you compare in one project, like similar apartment, similar size, similar view, similar purchase timing, and when the foreigner buy it and the Vietnamese bought it, and when they sell, the price of the foreigner normally will be higher than the Vietnamese. So a lot of foreigner, they are very happy with it. They make a lot of profit in Vietnam so far since the law changed. So when you sell, you also need to pay personal income tax. So we don't have the capital gain tax, but we have personal income tax when you sell your property in Vietnam, and it would be 2% will be paid on the total transacted price, 2% on the total resale price. And when you lease, you can lease the property here, or you can appoint IQI to help you to lease it. And normally the rental yield would be like from 4 to 6%, depends where you buy. And you also need to pay the personal income tax for the rental income. So it would be 5% VAT and 5% personal income tax to be paid on the revenue. And if the total rental per year is exceeding 100 million per year, so you also need to pay for like a license tax fee, like 1 million Vietnamese dong per year is like 50 Australian dollar per year to maintain your tax account here. And for the payment, so we highly recommend you to open a Vietnamese local bank account here. So in Vietnam, we also have some international banks and also some local banks that are very trustworthy and support to foreigner. And they also have English-speaking banker that can support you overseas through email or texting. So we highly recommend Standard Chartered Bank or the UOB Bank, or if it's a Korean client, they would prefer Shinhan Bank. Or you can also use the Vietcom Bank, it's a state bank. And before you purchase any property in Vietnam, you can contact the bank and they can help you to open bank account. But when you want to open your bank account here, you will need to be here. You need to present in Vietnam and to sign the application with the bank to have your bank account done. They wouldn't charge you any fee or any deposit yet when you just open the bank account. And most of these bank account, they have the online application, so you can use and transfer on the installment overseas. And the
Is that the line being interrupted? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think we need to call in. Steve, maybe you. Yeah.
Yep. Have we lost Anne?
Yes, I think so. Maybe the line has been.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me text her.
Okay.
Yeah. William, can you put one video on?
Hi everyone, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, yay.
Can you remind me where I frozen so I can continue.
Yeah, you text us to purposely. So we start to talk about the banks, the bank accounts. You say you need to open the accounts there. We have to find in there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
So the bank here will help you to record on your transfer. So the process should be from the fund from your Australian bank account to your Vietnamese bank account, and then to the Vietnamese developer bank account. So through that process, the bank will help you to manage all the transfer. And when you sell and you pay the personal income tax and get the tax invoice and everything, the transfer contract and everything. So the bank also help you to transfer the money back to your overseas personal bank account. So it's more secure for you. And when as foreigner, when you come to buy property here, of course you're quite far away from Vietnam, so you will need to know when you need to present in Vietnam. So firstly is to open a local bank account. Secondly, when you signing the sales and purchase agreement with the developer. So this is the two main timing that you need to be here. And for the house handover or apartment handover, you can authorize someone here to take handover for you, or to have you to rent out, or to have you to sell. So you don't have to be here as a handover. But when you need to sell your property, you will need to come here to present in Vietnam as well. If you cannot be here in Vietnam, you can authorize to someone that you know here, but it should be your close family related people. Otherwise, you will be charged double personal income tax. So that's quite, yeah, my advice, you need to come here when you sell, it's better as well. And in Vietnam, when you buy property, you can pay by instrument. You can pay by the payment schedule according to the construction progress. So the sexy thing about the Vietnamese project is when you buy a project and you pay by installment, right? Let's say one apartment building would take like 2 or 3 years to finish, but you don't have to pay everything. You can pay up to 30% and you can sign the sales and purchase agreement. And at that moment, when you have the sales and purchase agreement, you can resell. You can sell either to Vietnamese or a foreigner, up to you. So a lot of people, they also take advantage of this point, and they can buy and purchase in the very early stage of the project, and they can resell or flip with small profit during the time it's under construction. They don't have to pay all at once 100% total capital in that project. Yes, that's very flexible. Okay. Yes. Yes, Lily, you asking something? Can you unmute?
Okay, and
Yeah.
are you actually should be with the PowerPoint, or I'm the only one who can't see the PowerPoint? Is everyone can see the PowerPoint?
I think when I restart, I didn't share screen again. Let me share the screen again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, we're back. Okay. Yes, so you can pay by installments, and normally you can pay up to like 20 to 30%, as long as the developer has the sales and purchase agreement for you. It's the only legal document that you can prove that it belongs to you and you can sell it. That's very flexible, right? Yes, and about handover, when the developer is ready to finish the apartment, and will send you a notice to come to have the apartment and the key. They will send you notice, and you can come, or you can authorize someone here to have it for you. Maybe appoint an IQI agent to help you to rent it or to furnish it. Yes, and about collecting the rental income, so on the transaction, even when you buy or when you sell or when you receive the rental income, it should be owned in Vietnamese dong, in the local currency. And when you rent, normally for 1 month rental contract, the landlord can ask for a 2-month deposit. And it also depends on the negotiation between you and the tenant, if each of you should pay the management fee or not. And all the rental collecting can be made, and or the rental can be transferred by online banking. So it's also very flexible as well. Okay. So that's the end of my presentation about the investment guideline for foreigner. I know it's quite a lot of information and a bit a lot of new numbers. So if you have any question about it, you can ask me now.
All right. Okay, so thank you so much for that, Anne.
Yes.
And so let's see if anyone got any questions. Please feel free to type on the comments below. So we say thank you. That's come on. There you go. So you learned something. That's thank you for in Vietnamese. Okay, here we go. All right, we got some questions, as you can see, Anne. Firstly, we got Lian here. With finance, how many % can foreigner buy? Meaning, she means can borrow.
Okay, so unfortunately, the local bank here wouldn't give loan to foreigner, or it would be very, very hard to get approval from the bank. And myself, I would not recommend you to borrow money from the bank here, because the interest rate is quite high. Minimum is from 8% to 12% per year. That's really high here. And even if you want to get the loan, they also ask for your work permit, and the loan timing is also limited. Depends on the working timing of your work.
Is everyone hearing okay on Anne?
I think we lost Anne again.
Oh, okay.
We lost Anne again.
Okay. Oh, I think she's back. No. I think she's...
The line.
Okay. Oh, I think we lost her, yeah? I think she's just logged back in. Are you there, Anne?
I think she just logged back in.
Right. Apology, guys. Just hang in there.
It's all right. Then there is a bit distance from Vietnam to here. Okay, you're back again.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, so I was talking about the loan program here. So I would not recommend, because the interest rate really high, from 7 to 12% per year. And it's also limit the timing, the loan timing depends on your work permit when you work in Vietnam, because you need to prove to the local bank here that you have your income is made in Vietnam here. Otherwise, they will never give you any loan. And I think it wouldn't make sense if you pay too much interest for the overseas investment, right? So majority of the buyer, they will buy with cash rather than getting loan. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for that, An. Before we go to the next question, by the way, I never knew that buying property can be so sexy. You were mentioning, right? Sexy installment payments. That's I make a note of that. So I just had to bring that up. Wow. Definitely Vietnam. You're on my bucket list. Yeah, I'll be going. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's get back to the next question. So the next question I have here, An, is from where are we? Okay, from Ling Yeo. Thank you, Ling Yeo, for your question. The question is, what is the total purchase cost that included stamp duty, lawyer fee, etc.?
So we don't charge stamp duty, we don't charge property tax, we don't charge any of that. So as foreigner, when you purchase property here, you will pay quite similar fee like Vietnamese. So number one is the VAT tax, is 10% of the selling price. Number two is the maintenance fee. You only pay once, 2% when it's come to handover. And number three is the registration tax, is when the government have the ownership certificate issue for you, and you pay 0.5% based on the selling price. So total is like 12.5% on the selling price. And that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Thank you so much for that, An. Okay, let's see if I can find another question. Okay, looks like we're not able. Looks like we don't have any more questions. Is there any more questions? Please feel free to drop in the comments below. Anyone? No. Okay. Well. Okay. Here we go. We got from Lian again. And this is a question: if a buyer is Vietnamese but live overseas, will they buy as local or foreigner? Very good question.
That's a very interesting question. I'm sure that a lot of Vietnamese overseas also not know about the new housing law has changed yet, because before a Vietnamese overseas will be considered as foreigner and they cannot own or buy any property. They will need to ask a local to own it for them on paper, on the ownership certificate. But since 2015, the law more open again. So the Vietnamese overseas, there will be two types. One type is if they was born in Vietnam and they still have at least any document to prove that they are Vietnamese, let's say the birth certificate or the, the ID card, ID number. And if they can prove that they have that document, they still have that original document, so they can buy as a Vietnamese, which means they can either choose to buy as Vietnamese and they can have it free home, or they can choose to buy as foreigner. So they will have two options.
Okay.
And if the second type is if that Vietnamese don't have any proof or any certificate to prove they are Vietnamese, maybe long time ago and they lost everything and they have immigrated to overseas to long time ago, so they will have to buy as a foreigner.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So,
thanks for that, An. Thank you. All right. So we got another question here, An. So this is from Ling Yeo. Thank you, Ling. The question is that the same for loan application? Also, two options.
So for the Vietnamese overseas, if they want to get loan here, they will need to have the proof that they make income here. As long as they have the proof that they're making income here, it's fine.
Okay.
Like they open a company here, or they're working here in a period of time, or they have like their own property here, or they will input money, like they will have saving check in the bank. something to make the bank feel secure that this person have the ability to pay the loan. So the bank will be willing to do it.
Okay, that's great. And I think the next question from Lee, and I guess that's pretty much the same question. Can they borrow from the bank then? So I think you just answered that. All right, thank you so much, guys, for the questions. Please feel free. We got a bit more time, so any help? I just got a couple of questions myself. Firstly, does foreigner pay more than local buyers on the sale price?
Okay, so that's also a very interesting question. So since 2015 until now, it's the first time for Vietnam to experience such a huge demand from foreign investors. In the beginning, in 2015, 16, 17, most of the projects had the same price list for local and for foreigners. But since 2018, the demand like escalating very fast, and there are also some project is so potential, so desirable, both from local or from foreigner, and the foreign market, the foreign supply is really limited, right? Only 30%, right? So some developer, they take advantage of it and they charge a bit more from foreigner. So in the sales event, there will be two price lists. One price list is for local and one price list is for foreigner. So the price difference is from 5 to 10% to the local price, but not every project, not every project.
Oh, not all projects here. Okay, that's pretty, yeah, that's pretty reasonable, I guess. All right, okay, let's go to the next question. Anne, we got Derek here. Thank you, Derek, for your question. The question is, what is the median price for one-bedroom apartments?
I will calculate in Australian dollars for
AUD,
you.
that's right.
Yes. So if we, I think as foreigner, when they want to purchase property here, they will prefer from the city center, right? So I will share a map here so you can see. And you all see, not yet, right? It says real. Yes, so here is the Ho Chi Minh City map. So here is the international airport. And you see this blue curvy line here is the Saigon River. As you see on the video before, the Saigon River is really, really beautiful. And this side is the center. You see Quang 1, Quang Minh District, District 1. So let's say that a project that not so far from the city center, let's say all the units away from the city center. Now the price, the foreign price is about $277 Australian US dollar, about $200,000 US dollar for a 50 square meter apartment, high-end apartment project that's close to the city center. And if you buy something that really center, like very center located.
Sorry, Anne, can I just cut in there for a second? I just noticed some people are just having problem of you mentioning the price. Can you just quickly repeat what you just calculated?
Yes. So I was talking about, let's say, a project like a Sun Hoa Perm project that's close to the metro line and only 10 minutes away from the city center. So 50 square meter for one apartment. The asking price now is 277,000 Australian US dollar.
Sorry, is that 277 or 237, did you say?
277.
277, thank you. Just a bit of a breakup there. Thank you for that, Anne. Thank you for clarifying that.
200,000 US dollar for that apartment. But if you buy something that really central located, it can went up to, you know, like 350,000 US dollar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, and for 50 square meter, that's pretty impressive. Yes.
Yes, that's quite
Right.
pricey for local for city center now. And in
Yes.
this map, we have the metropole projects here. That's just across the river and in the opposite of the city center. So the east side of the city is the District 2, the Quan 2 here. So this area here is like a peninsula.
Mhm.
So I think if you have been to a lot of developed cities, so you will see majority of the developed cities with river. They have, you know, huge river, really nice river, or they have really nice lakes or seaside like Sydney, right?
Oh.
And this location is at the moment is even more attractive than the current city center. It's quite similar like Pudong, you know, 20 years ago or 23 years ago, Pudong is just an empty land, and then boom, after 20 years, it's become very modern, and the price even get higher, 20 or 30% higher than the city center price. So we have the Metropole project. It's one of the most luxury project in the market now. And you can see the selling price for one bedroom, 55 square meter is about 80,000, and it's a riverfront project.
Nice.
Yes, very prime location, just like 2 minutes to the city center.
Wow.
Yes, and that is for the prime center located project. We have another new house project that has been selling in the market for 1 year and has been really attractive for long-term investment. And we have some question. Yes. Okay. And before to go to this project, I would like to share a video as well. It's called Aqua City.
Aqua City, một đô thị sinh thái thông minh ngay phía đông thành phố Hồ Chí Minh đang dần hình thành. Aqua City được quy hoạch đồng bộ với diện tích gần 1.000 hecta và cách trung tâm kinh tế tài chính Thủ Thiêm và sân bay Long Thành chỉ 15 phút. Sau khi hệ thống giao thông hoàn thiện, đất hiện giá không làm việc kinh tế đơn vị trung tâm ngoại ngoại không đa dạng với thành công sẽ
Right.
Yes, so this project is one of the huge, like the biggest project in the whole Vietnam now. So it's like a mixed-use project and located in the city next to the Ho Chi Minh City. So one house starting price is 370,000 Australian dollars for one house. So this is a house project that foreigner they can buy and they can invest a long-term investment. So at the moment, when you travel from the main city center to the project, it takes like an hour. But with the infrastructure and new new road like they show in the map here. See the dot is under construction, and it helps when you go back to the district 2. It's only 20 minutes. And in the future, we plan to change we're gonna have a new international airport in the east of the city as well, in this area. So from the city, when you go to the new international airport, it's only another 20 minutes. And the good thing of this project is the infrastructure will be in the next 3 or 5 years. And home is really, really affordable. And compared with the Ho Chi Minh City project, like the metropole that I just present you in the city center, right? So the apartment price is at least from $6,000 per square meter. But for this house project, the asking price, the selling price now based on the land size is only about $2,500 per square meter. And it's a riverside project that's gonna have school, international hospital, central shopping mall, stadium. You know, it's like a city. And this project has been a lot of marketing, and a lot of Vietnamese, they very into the house project and they invest here for long term. So if you're looking for appreciation, at least 10% per year. So this project or Ho Chi Minh City in general can do it for you, because we still have a lot of potential, a lot of room for appreciation.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Sorry, Anne, there's a bit of a technical audio hitch there. So I just try to ask you, is that project you mentioned, was it a house and land, did you say, or was it just apartments?
So the first one, the Metropole, is apartments.
Yep.
And this one, Aqua City, is house project.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so here I show you the house and the villas and the townhouse price here.
Nice.
And the land size. Yes.
So can foreigner actually own a house and land, correct?
So for this house project, the foreigner can buy and they can own.
Right.
They can still resell to Vietnamese or resell to foreigner afterwards.
Right. Unlike Thailand, I think they're not allowed to buy with the land, only apartments. Yeah.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To answer Lian's question, shop house. So shop house is a mixed use property. It's used for commercial purpose or residential purpose. And normally shop house is located on the main road with like very busy traffic area. So the owner, they can consider to rent to shops or restaurants as well, not just for living.
Nice.
Yes, so I think that's the end of my presentation.
So that's all
And
with all your projects?
yeah, so
Okay.
I know we don't have enough time, so I would like to showcase and
Okay, sorry, Anne, I think I lost you a little bit there towards the end. Can you just quickly repeat what you just said? Are you there, Anne? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, we just lost you.
Yes, sorry. Yes, I was saying because we don't have a lot of time, so I'd like to showcase two main projects.
Okay, so I'm not able to hear that still.
Yeah.
Are you there, Anne?
I think we lost her again.
Okay.
I think
But it's okay. If we have any question,
yeah, we just
bring that to the agent that who invited you to this evening event, and we can always pass the hi Anne.
Sorry again.
That's okay. Go
Yes.
ahead.
So
You were saying?
I was saying that because we don't have a lot of time, so I would like to present two most suitable for foreigner, two project that most suitable for foreigner. Either is for like CBD high end, or for rental yield, or if you're looking for appreciation and long-term investment, you can consider Aqua City as well. They also offer 6-year payment plan, and like every month you only pay 1%. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's
It's really
really
interesting.
very flexible for long-term investment.
1%. Okay.
So when you mean by the 1%, right, which means that it's kind of like the developer is doing the finance for the buyer.
So this project, you will have a standard 3-year payment plan, but beside the standard payment plan, they also offer different payment plans. So one of the special payment plan is the 1% per month. So they will divide the total 100% in 6 years. And there are some period that every month you only pay 1%.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But
you don't
in
have
6
to
years,
pay interest to developer.
the 1% is the interest.
No interest. In the first 3 years,
no
no
interest.
interest. No
Wow.
interest.
Then you make the
Lena Chong.
so you make the full payments within 6 years.
Yes. If you have cash and you pay in advance, if you don't follow the special payment, they will offer you 7 to 16% discount on the selling price.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
And a lot of
Wow.
other incentives. Yeah. So I presented $2,500 per month is before discount.
Okay. Wow.
Hey, have you got your books there ready?
And then we can flip, right? Just now you say we can flip the, you can choose
the property.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure, right? If you mentioned, right, once you buy, right? So the process is we buy, we sign the contract, right? So you start the progressive payment already before the bill.
Can you repeat?
Good question.
So once you buy, right? Okay, because Malaysia, Australia, we are different. In Australia, you don't pay anything. So you pay 10% first, okay? And then no other payment until when the building complete. And then you go to the bank, maybe you borrow another 30%, and then you pay, usually you go to the bank for 70%, then the rest maybe you pay another 20%, so you make up the 100%, okay? So this is in Australia. There is no progressive payment. During the construction, no payment, okay? But in Malaysia, you buy, you sign the ONA, you go to the bank and borrow money. Once they start the construction, you already start to pay the money. So in Vietnam, so which style you go? Options one, like Australia or like Malaysia?
I think more like Malaysia. We will have to pay according to the construction progress.
I see. Okay, so you pay progressive. Yeah. Okay. But you can pay within 6 years. Usually, how long the constructions?
3 years. This project is 3 years. Yeah. So like Mandy question, when you move in, you can continue to pay.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah. But for the 6-year payment plan, you do have less discount than the other plan.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So because when I look at the price, right, like the ones is very good projects, okay? I mean, I love the location as well. Is that like for local people that can afford that, or will be expensive?
For middle class Vietnamese, they can afford it.
Okay.
So like in the beginning, I say there are about like 13% of the population is middle class, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 12 million people in Vietnam that can afford it.
Wow, that is a lot. Imagine 12 million. We have only 2 million in WA.
I mean, in the whole country.
Oh my God.
Vietnam, there are like official figure is 9.6 million in Ho Chi Minh City, but the non-official figure is much more. And every year we have like another new 18,000 people.
Wow. Where the people from? Money is a newborn or migration?
Newborn and also migration.
Okay, wow. So it sounds like, right, Vietnam's got more expat as well, right? They're from overseas company to work in Vietnam.
Yes. Yeah, there are more and more, especially since the trade war. Yeah, more and more. And for sure, I strongly believe that after Vietnam open the country again, this will be a huge wave of, you know, reallocation of foreigners to Vietnam, and a lot of new factory and manufacturer coming up soon.
Yeah, I think so. Before I left China, right, I already see a lot of the factory they transfer from China to Vietnam. Yeah.
Yes. You know, even Apple just opened a new factory in Vietnam this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. So they moved from south of China to Vietnam.
Yeah, they moved to Hanoi, to the north of Vietnam. Samsung they already been here a couple years, and they have both factories in the south and the north as well.
Okay, wow, that is impressive. Okay, all the big brands going in. Yeah. Okay. So usually, right, when you rent the house, right, do you know like what sort of rental we are looking at? Let's say, right, just now the house, right, I saw is 380, let's say, right? So what sort of rental we are looking at per month? You count per month, right?
Yeah, we count per month. So you say in Australian dollar, right?
Maybe just percentage, like how many percent of it? Yeah.
Let's say one townhouse.
Townhouse.
4 to 6%, is that right?
The investment for the townhouse is about 386 Australian dollars. Similar like 270 US dollar. So you can rent about about 1,800 Australian dollar per month.
Per month, 1,800.
Yeah, but it would be you will have to wait until 3 years to have the house ready. And you know, to build a house is quite fast. But they offer you 3-year payment plan because they will need to make the road, the facility, the school, the mall, and everything. So that's also a good advantage.
Yeah. Actually, the U is very good, around 5.7. Very good, better than Australia. Australia, we are looking at around 4.5, 4.3. Yeah, so
yes, sorry. Because this type of house project, when they finish and they deliver to you, is only finished outside, but bare shell inside. You also need another investment to fit out, furnish the house to make it rentable as well. So the rent yield could be about 4.5 to 5%.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So usually when they finish the house, right, they don't have, let's say the kitchen, bathroom, they don't build. So it's like empty house.
Yeah, empty house. It's concrete empty.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, a bit similar to previous in Malaysia, the stock also like empty, like, okay, that's fine. But can IQI WA do the interior for the client?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you know how?
You mean the cost?
Yeah.
For the house?
Yes.
I would base on the total usable area. So this house, the land side is like 6 meter wide and 17 meter long, 1 ground floor and 2 upper floor. So total is about 220 square meter. for the usable area inside the house. So the cost to fit out it is about from 80,000 Australian US dollar to make it, you know, okay to rent. It also depends on the material and the style that you like, but minimum from 80,000 Australian dollar is okay.
Okay. Wow. Actually, Vietnam is not cheap, yeah. I mean,
it's getting, because Ho Chi Minh City is become more and more expensive, you know.
Yeah. I'm a bit shocked. Actually, the price, right, is not far from Perth. Oh my God. Because we have only 2 million populations. Actually, when I compare the price, right, I'm quite shocked because, like, if you still remember the townhouse just now? If the townhouse plus the interior, right, it's really similar price to our project in the mods. The mods we are selling 469, 499, but we included interior, everything's already, so you're ready to move in. And that one's, of course, it's not in the CBD, but quite close to CBD. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, cannot challenge Vietnam already.
But you know, there are also some apartment project that let's say like 30 minutes away from the city center, also quite good price.
Yep.
Like 2-bedroom, only 220,000. We have some option like that as well.
Okay. And how far from the CBD just now you mentioned?
About 25 to 30 minutes.
25 to 30. Okay.
Yeah, with on scooter.
Okay. Oh, by scooter.
Scooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still a good price, right? 220. Let's say, right, Ann, the cheapest property you have on your hand is how much? The cheapest?
Yes. For foreigner?
Yes.
Let me check.
I just want to get a roughly idea.
About 150,000 Australian dollar for 1 bedroom.
Okay. Now
that's sexy talk.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that.
I like that. 150.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some option like that as well.
And if option like this, right, they are still in a good area. A lot of people live there, or?
Yes, a lot of people live there.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, since the 2015 was the recovery time of real estate market here, and it has been booming in 2016, 17, 18, and then in 2019 the government become more strict with the legal process, and they try to control the housing price by increase the loan interest rate. So now the market is a bit cooler now and have less supply than before, but we will have more option because it's less supply, so the price is so high. But it's also good for the secondary market, you know, for the buyer that bought 2-3 years ago. Now they can resell. They can compete with the primary market. So in this year, Q4 this year, we will have some option like that. I just told you that, like from primary market, that you can buy from the developer. I will keep you all posted.
Yeah, thank you. And then just now you mentioned, right, for foreigners, right, if the interest can go up to 12%, right? How about the interest rate for local people? Is that the same?
Oh, it's the same. It's the one.
Wow.
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 Perth is cheap.
Yeah. Perth is cheap. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good to know. Anyone else got questions? Seems like I'm the one with a lot of questions.
Thank you so much for that, Lily. Appreciate all your question. I think I just spotted one question. I think from Mandy. She was just asking, how much is the estimated capital appreciation for the landed?
For the landed, depends on location, but like Aqua City, you can have something like at least 10% per year. 10% per year, because that area, they have so many infrastructure coming up soon within 3 or 5 years. So that's very achievable. But if something in the CBD, it would be like 5% per year.
Nice.
In the past 10 years, the East area, like District 2 or District 9 area, it's been increased at least from 6 to 12 times in the past 10 to 15 years. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that, Ann. Look, I think we're just about out of questions. So thank you so much for a brilliant presentation, Ann. That's really, really comprehensive. Thank you so much for your patience and a beautiful presentation. And I love the sexy part about investment. I will never, ever forget that. So we need to work on that ourselves. Lily, I think I've been training next week. Yeah. Thank you, Lily. We have to work on that. We have to work on that. We need to get some tips. Oh, by the way, it's just very quickly, finally, just going back to that free ebook. If everyone who after the free ebook, can you please kindly, you can PM to Ann there just by typing your email address, and she will be happy to forward to you the free ebook on Vietnam. So everything that you shared with us tonight. Once again, thank you so much, Ann. And more importantly, thank you everyone for participating and for giving up your evening to join us. And just one last thing before we go, I'm just really excited to announce that we'll be back again next Friday. We're going to have another presentation hosted by none other than our very own Director of IQI, Miss Lily Chong. She'll be sharing with us on NRES scheme. So that will be presented in Mandarin, by the way. And so if you or your prospects are looking for cash positive investment property, you better save the date. So definitely not to be missed. Yeah. And once again, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. So that's the wrap. Good night and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ann.
I think from now on, Stephen is going to talk about sexy every day. What an influence.
I think we need to just maybe Eric, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, a lot of hard work. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, sometimes my screen is mute, sometimes it's not. Yeah, so thank you so much, Ann. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend.
Have a good rest, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, Steve, thank you so much. Good job,
Thank
Steve.
you, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.